Toby, it's wonderful to meet you today.
Pleasure to meet you. Thank
Congratulations on Skong Island, I was going to call it.
Skong, Bull Island.
Yeah, which is something completely different.
Film, yes.
Different film.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that one.
It's a good one.
Yeah. I didn't realise until the end credits rolled that you actually had two roles in the film. Chapman, the helicopter pilot,
right,
and Kong as well. So you're essentially lead billing.
Right. So it was an interesting one with the old Kong, because ILM had created this beautiful character, obviously, and they were making him a monster and they were animating him. And the thing with animation is, you know, it appeals to kids because you do everything massive, right? So they look and it's big, and they just realised they needed a little nuance and subtlety to it. So they'd done some reference with Terry on 8 movements, and then they asked me, you know, if I would come in and do the subtleties. But it ended up even the raw, you know, they wanted a lot of pain in that, rather than just using an animal raw, which of course is very powerful. Doesn't really have any of that anguish that makes him so human-esque.
So that was you in the roar as well?
Yeah,
then?
yeah.
So wondering, do you get paid twice then if you're in the credits twice? No, like once in money and once in big bananas or something.
Yeah, basically.
That should have worked.
Yeah, peanuts.
Peanuts.
Pay
peanuts
a monkey
paying
peanuts.
Exactly. Because Kong, if he's on your side, obviously he's a wonderful ally to have, and there's some wonderfully creative deaths throughout the film as well. But I was wondering if Kong could crush somebody underfoot for you, who might that person be?
I'm a big believer in forgiveness, you know what I mean? I spent a lot of time pent up with rage towards human beings, but I'm a big one for forgiveness, you know. It really doesn't matter in the end.
Because I think you've one of the best lines in the film, and it was in the trailer as well, and it's is that a monkey?
Is that a monkey?
Right. With your drawl and the accent as well. So I was wondering, what was that like to get into that accent as well? Did you have like little gateway sentences or?
Yeah, I did. I mean, my voice coach that I spend a lot of time with, Mr. Buster, would have been ashamed. There's a few I can hear him, and there's a few little pieces where I'm like, man, I didn't get the rhythm quite exactly right. But yeah, I was spending some time. I did a little mimicry from a guy from Hines, Mississippi. And then that monkey line, literally we were just sitting there, and I said it it wasn't in the script, but they were like, you know, react, see him and question it. And so I said, is that a monkey?
It's my favourite line from
nice
the film.
one, yeah, cool.
Speaking of monkeys as well, and you mentioned some of your previous ape work, and you work with Matt Reeves and the Apes films, and he's just been confirmed as the Batman director.
Right.
I was wondering, would you like to work with him again, potentially in that world with DC? I think he'd make a good Batman villain.
I'd love to do that. I love Matt very, very dearly. We had a wonderful time, and I went up to visit them when they were doing War of the Planet of the Apes. So, you know, I have a lot of love for him, and congratulations to him, really, is all it is. Matt's one of those guys, is he will choose the best person for the role. He's very good with his casting, so, you know, if he does, it's an honour and a privilege, but I don't think I'll get a secret entry to the thing. Yeah, sadly enough.
The Riddler could be.
Riddler could come back. Clayface is desperate to be put into a film, I think. But yeah, we'll see.
And in terms of future work after Kong as well, what have you got lined up? Any plans to ever work in Ireland, maybe, or have you done some work in Ireland?
I have. Well, I've shot in Northern Ireland, in the North Antrim coast, and they're shot in Derry.
That's where I'm from.
There you go. Yes, did some wonderful work over there. It was a film called Wilderness, many years ago. So I had a splendid time there. And then I shot a film with an Irish director called The German, short film. Something I didn't know about Ireland at that time was it was neutral. But for right now, what's coming out is I did a great film with Whitney Cummings. It's a comedy, so it was nice to have a venture into comedy, see how I fare in that field. And then I worked with Rob Cohen on a very, very limited CGI film, very much practical film, playing a man obsessed with hurricanes. And so yeah, I was very, very damp.
That's most people in Ireland are damp anyway, most of the time.
Yeah.
Sorry, last question was just what should we do with people who use their phones in the cinema?
Chop off their hands. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Yeah, maybe just nail gun their phone to the wall. Something like that. I don't know. Just put it away.
There's the man who's a big fan of forgiveness. Get rid of the hands.
I forgave you after I cut off your hand.
Toby, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.